Bulls causing problems on this side technically means they're safer in their position over towards the center.
Bandar down. SK done. Still standing for R8. Nades coming in towards 4 rivals. But they're weathering it for now. 2 eliminations. Teams are starting to get closer and closer and closer together. 3 teams, sorry, on 4 alive. Bigatron, one of them. Look at those nades over towards R8, who are finally down. This is the best performance they've had so far in the games today. This will be where it draws to an end. Federal's feet spotted. Woo! Gets blasted as Mad Bulls chime in.
Yeah, honestly, they'd already taken a knock over towards Titans as well. And again, if you'd want 2 players from Mad Bulls up at the end game for a clutch performance as a duo, it would be Effect and Zerich. These 2 guys play off one another beautifully. And Titans currently are the team that is going to cause them the most problems, being the closest on their angles. Effect just trying to send some more grenades through. He doesn't have any left now, though. Just smokes. And that'll be required for the end game to keep the team and the position under the cover of the clouds.
Bigatron really exerting a lot of control here. I mean, you talked about how it's a lot of space for teams to hide underneath that church, but when you get to these late circles, that kind of turns itself around. And there's not a lot of stuff you could do. That nade was beautiful. Coming over onto Buradam from 4 rivals, and in comes the push. The burn-up is there. That's the entire building cleared. There's no way you get those 2 players back up unless you go for a really fancy play. Tiger wants some retribution with the nade in through the window. Can he find it? The nade is in, and it's both! Whoa. Oh, there was a coordinated nading right on top of 4 rivals. There was one that went in through the window on the top right as well, and that is absolute decimation. I talk about retribution. There it is, Blank.
I mean, you pull the pin, you click the fingers, and the team is gone. These guys are working with Silly Bang at the moment, apparently, so I'm astonished that that happened so quickly, but Buradam were caught on the off by one hell of a nade and then sent 2 of their own. BTR take that moment to move down to a compound of themselves, picking up a building, and it is the Mad Bulls, the dead center of the storm at the moment.
But they are weathering it. You said to make it worth it, they had to go for 5th, maybe 4th place. With the 2 players that they had, I mean, they've sent center and they've kept a hold of it. Right now, 6 teams remaining. They're not in the easiest of spots, but they're still fighting. DRS get lined up on.
Yeah, and this is very much what we want to see from Mad Bulls. Is a case of, yes, they had to keep their head in the sand, but at this point in time where teams are starting to get a little bit too close, this is where, you know, that powerhouse behavior coming through from Effect and Zerich comes into play, because even though they are just a duo squad, they're very happy to continue to put the pain in towards a lot of these teams and almost mark their territory this way.
Bigatron might be a little bit of an issue for them, but if Influence Chemin harry them on the way in, it'll slow things down and they can respond effectively. DRS moving in, trying to swing out up towards the little building there. Rules. Not going to go any further for now.
He's tries to send some nades over that way to Influence Chemin, but the angle is just a little bit too difficult here. 2 players now remaining for Titan. BTR with 4. Looking to set themselves upon first win of the day, but it's Zerich to step up. Finding Luxie. He swings out just a little bit too wide. Now DRS might have a chance here to get a bit of a spray onto them, and it's all falling apart. The sand slipping between the fingers here for BTR. It looks so good.
Knocked on the top of the hill as well. Removes their oversight. Their power of suppression. So they're forced to get that res onto Zuxi. Down low. Influence Chemin taking bombardment. We've seen the nades be effective here.
6 of them as well.
Plenty remaining. Cross. Play for Influence Chemin. This is the final zone, Blank, and it's closing. It's going to force everyone together right into the center. At the moment, Mad Bulls probably one of the closer teams to it, but Influence Chemin getting naded out by Buradam. Skayovsky on the back. Zerich steps up, finds one spray into the smoke. Nades being pulled right now for Delta as he wants to lob it on in and get the answer. But Buradam are looking for suppression there as well. 2 players on the rooftops. This is the Urban Pachinki finish here on the circle. DRS cut down out in the open. Zerich dodges the damage there. The nade not quite on the target. DRS being shot out as well. Mad Bulls playing with two. They're playing effectively blank. They are really forcing everyone to make decisions they don't want to have to make. Influence Chemin against Titans as everybody starts to pop off. Federal in through the window, but two of his teammates have fallen. Only Federal remains. Buradam on the top of the roof, still just raining down hell on anyone who peeks their heads out. As Mad Bulls continue to stay alive. We're down to 6 teams. They're still going.
And for Mad Bulls, it's just hit and run tactics at the moment, John. And teams are hemorrhaging players as we go, and Mad Bulls are starting to look like, you know, they can go toe-to-toe for everyone. I think they have maybe the most players over the Buram. Last player from Influence Chairman goes down, and my name drops over the top. There is Insurgent over on that top side, and Mad Bulls might have to deal with this one.
God, that rooftop position was so huge.
This is cool.
But we're playing on the building. 2 versus 2. Top versus bottom here. The final zone is still closing. Neither team wants to make that step. Neither team wants to make that drop or try and push out. Mad Bulls really don't have the decision though. They can't access Buradam at this stage.
Stimming already. I hope he's got an adrenaline shot there because that's what's required. Buram might even have to make the drop out the top side. They're just going to hold it. Drops out the top. My name goes down. Not any damage found though. And Tiger similarly also struggling. Effect jumps into the building. This is the perfect opportunity for them. But Zerich has to perform.
Oh, he doesn't quite manage to make it. Effect now last standing. Doesn't have full stims there. They will have to drop down on the out. Oh, he catches one. Effect needs to spray and he drops it. Top rope. It's Mad Bulls to stay alive. From the center of Pachinki into duo. What a way to win it out for Mad Bulls here on Erangel. They absolutely controlled so much of that final zone. Buradam from the rooftops will have to fall and right into the scopes of Effect.
I mean, Effect at the end there, you can see him usually. This guy has got quite the stony face, but this man is happy towards the end. It's good to see. With the help of his buddy Zerich there in the middle. Real good stuff. I mean, you're happy to see it for them. Effect with the most valuable player, 1,126 damage done. Again, it was those hit and run tactics. They picked a very, very good position, and this is where these new circle are coming into effect because, you know, they're not getting forced out. Thumbs up all around. Happy days. Really, really well done to this team. Honestly, I thought things were all over after we saw that tragic event over towards apartment. I mean, the big thing you've got to look from both these players, though, is the 8 and 4 knockouts from both of them. Yes, they might not have 12 eliminations total between the two guys, half of that, in fact, but that's what was important. They kept keeping players at bay. I think that's the main thing. I think we're ending there. We can't really kind of fought them at all because Buram played a marvelous game. Two players instantly with a double nade knockout onto Ward's 4. They made it very far. Their end of it, they knew exactly what they had to do in the final moments.
I mean, look at that. From 7.5 minutes, they were playing with a full squad, and they were able. It does, doesn't it? But either way, the Mad Bulls were able to exert enough zone to take home the ticket with a whole heap of points.
I know we've seen Mad Bulls do this before when it came to Western. Shots on the Tigers. He's fallen from the roof. Close shots on the Tigers. He's fallen from the shots on the Tigers. He's fallen from the roof to close it out for him and his team. They don't get the most.
See, mobile games happen and end like go right to the last circle and actually have the circle close up around the teams, which means if you're the team that has the most central position